Hello, Munster families and staff. Today, we will discuss the redesign of high school diplomas being proposed by the Indiana Department of Education and being considered by the State Board of Education. Our goal is to provide you with a brief overview of the proposal, outline the benefits and challenges of the proposed new diploma types, address key questions and concerns, and articulate some of our recommendations. I want to start by saying that this is a complex issue. We have spent quite some time examining the proposal from a variety of perspectives, and while we see some great possibilities, we also have some concerns and some questions. It's also important to note that what is being presented here is just the perspective of the School Town of Munster administration, and there are diverse opinions on this issue and so many different perspectives to consider. Before we move into the proposed changes, let's discuss the three main diploma types that currently are in place for Indiana high school students. The first diploma type is the general diploma. The benefit is that students complete their basic high school requirements and then can enter the workforce or look for continued education at our community college structures. Indiana has been celebrating increased enrollment in these institutions where students complete two-year certificates or general college requirements before transferring to another school. Increased enrollment here has been considered a positive statewide. The next current diploma type being offered is the Core 40 diploma. These requirements align with most satellite campuses and smaller state schools. It also aligns with workforce opportunities that require Algebra 2 for analytical thinking. The next main diploma type currently being offered is the Academic Honors Diploma. The real benefit to this design is that it very closely aligns with what our partners in higher education are looking for in high school graduates. They are looking for 7 to 8 semesters of math, multiple years of world language exposure and proficiency, some exposure to fine arts, and success at either the dual credit, advanced placement, or a blend of both. For this diploma, students complete typically 2 dual credit classes, likely 6 college credits, or 2 AP classes and their corresponding exams, again, likely 6 college credits. This diploma type is also fairly easy for families and students to understand. There is one additional diploma type, the Technical Honors Diploma. This is not a very common diploma for Munster students, but these students need to usually be in a course pathway at the Area Career Center, part of the pre-engineering technology track, or more recently, the entrepreneurship pathway. The current high school diploma system is undergoing significant changes. These proposed changes have a described aim of better alignment with student needs, workforce demands, and post-secondary education requirements. I do want to applaud the Indiana Department of Education, Secretary Jenner, and her staff, as well as the State Board of Education, for their recognition that high school cannot and should not be a one-size-fits-all model, and for making a very ambitious endeavor into rethinking high school for students in Indiana. Let's dive into the specifics of the proposed Indiana GPS diploma and its components. Under the proposed changes, there will be 2 primary diploma types. Option 1, the Indiana GPS diploma. Option 2, the Indiana GPS Diploma Plus. These options are in addition to the federally required alternate diploma designed for students with the most significant cognitive disabilities. If approved, these changes would go into effect beginning with the class of 2029, which is the group of students that are entering 8th grade in the upcoming 2024-2025 school year. The new GPS diplomas are aligned to graduation pathways and include 3 components. Component 1, required courses and/or competencies. Component 2, employability skills. And Component 3, post-secondary ready competencies. For the first time, Indiana's diplomas would be aligned to the Indiana GPS characteristics. Those characteristics are academic mastery, career and post-secondary readiness, communication and collaboration, work ethic, and civic, financial, and digital literacy. These new diplomas will affirm that graduates possess these characteristics through foundational coursework and opportunities to demonstrate competency mastery. We will start by reviewing the first proposed diploma option, the Indiana GPS Diploma. The Indiana GPS Diploma is being described as a more flexible approach to the current Core 40 diploma. In Component 1, here on the left, there are required foundational courses and competencies in grades 9 and 10, which include flexible options in both courses and course levels. In Component 2, the student must demonstrate their employability skills through project, service, or work-based learning. And finally, in Component 3, the student must demonstrate their post-secondary readiness through a menu of opportunities. In addition to the foundational courses and competencies for all students, students who are pursuing the GPS diploma will also acquire a minimum of 20 additional points through courses and competencies during their 11th and 12th grade year. These points are how the state and the high school will be asked to measure mastery and skill development, regardless of whether the learning occurs as part of a credit earned during a course or through some form of competency-based education. At least 2 of these points must come from math, and 4 must come from English. Each student will have an individual graduation plan completed in middle school, which will be used to determine their course sequence. As mentioned in the previous slide, as part of the GPS diploma and the Flex 40, students in grades 11 and 12 must earn points through any combination of the following listed on the screen. Again, at least 2 of these points must come from math, and 4 must come from English. Now we will move on to the second proposed diploma type, the Indiana GPS Diploma Plus. The Indiana GPS Diploma Plus also requires students to complete courses and competencies in all 3 component areas. In Component 1, the students complete the same foundational courses in grades 9 and 10, but then must also complete additional courses and competencies necessary to complete a high-quality work-based learning opportunity and/or earn a credential of value aligned with their graduation plan. In Component 2, employability skills, students must demonstrate those employability skills through an approved work-based learning option. And in Component 3, students demonstrate their post-secondary readiness through completing one of the items listed on the screen, including a credential of value, the Indiana College Core, AP Scholar with Distinction, Cambridge AICE Diploma, or IP Diploma. Within the GPS Diploma Plus, students' foundational knowledge and skills coursework and competency points must be earned under each of the GPS characteristic areas. Under academic mastery, students will be required to earn 12 credits, 4 English credits, starting with English 9 plus 2 additional English credits, 4 math credits, starting with Algebra 1 plus 2 additional math credits, 4 science credits, which will include life sciences and physical sciences. Students will have some flexibility in how they satisfy these course requirements. Under the career and post-secondary readiness area, students will complete 1 credit under college and careers coursework, and then students must complete 3 of the 4 competencies listed here, which include a career aptitude test, job shadowing or skills boot camp, attend at least 1 college or job fair, and 1 dual credit course. Under the communication and collaboration area, students will complete 4 credits through the same 4 English credits that are required under academic mastery. Students will also be required to demonstrate 4 examples of mastery under communication and collaboration. 3 of these must be verified through other coursework or school-related activities, for example, debate, school newspaper, student council, and 1 of these examples of mastery must be verified externally through involvement in a non-school related activity. Under work ethic, students must complete 2 credits. These may be satisfied through a physical education course, a health course, or through participation in a co-curricular or extracurricular program. Additionally, students will be required to complete 3 of the 6 competencies shown in blue, which include 94% attendance rate, marked improved attendance, 2 seasons of a co-curricular activity, 3.0 plus GPA cumulative at the end of grade 10, external paid job, and 1 external verification of competency. Finally, under the civic, financial, and digital literacy area, students must complete 5 credits. These credits will be earned by taking courses under the following areas: U.S. history, government, personal finance, computer science, and then 1 verification of competency in 1 of the skill areas of civics, financial literacy, or digital literacy. We will spend some time in a moment discussing some of our concerns, our questions, and some of our recommendations, but we will start with the positive. As mentioned earlier, this is an ambitious attempt to rethink the high school experience for the students in Indiana, and to ensure that each student has an experience that best prepares them for their specific future. In the best of circumstances, high school should not be a one-size-fits-all model. The GPS Diploma Plus puts an added focus on the Indiana College Core, which is a program that has been growing in popularity with our students and families here in Munster. The ICC awards a year of college upon completion. Presently, about 15 to 20% of Munster High graduates earn an Indiana College Core certificate. However, it is important to note that about 60% of our graduates currently earn either the Academic Honors Diploma or the Technical Honors Diploma, and both of those diploma types are being eliminated under the new proposal. This new diploma design also provides flexibility, especially if you believe in the value of student internships and for students interested in the junior ROTC programs. Computer science is a growing field, and this adds that requirement for all students. Additionally, personal finance has long been something that the public has wanted to see added as a requirement, and these changes do that. We still need some clarity on this particular area, but the variety of ways that students can meet the work ethic requirement is something that we see as a positive for students. And finally, the yearly access to college and career fairs is a good thing for the students in Munster. While there are areas of the proposal that we like, there are still many areas where we have concerns and questions and where we see challenges. We also have identified some of our recommendations. The remainder of this presentation will outline these areas. We will start with the elimination of the Academic Honors Diploma. The proposed changes include the elimination of the Core 40 Diploma, the Academic Honors Diploma, and the Technical Honors Diploma. Of specific concern is the elimination of the Academic Honors Diploma. This diploma has a proven track record of preparing students for life after high school. The Academic Honors Diploma has high academic standards and encourages students to strive for excellence. Our recommendation is to retain the Academic Honors Diploma as an additional option. By keeping this option, we ensure continued recognition and encouragement of academic excellence. With the proposed elimination of the Academic Honors Diploma, which is currently the highest academic diploma in the state is proposing the GPS Plus Diploma. For our college-bound students who want to pursue the highest, most rigorous high school diploma type, they will now have 2 academic recognition options within the GPS Plus Diploma: the Indiana College Core or AP Scholar with distinction. The challenge with this is that we truly are no longer measuring high school success. Instead, we are measuring collegiate success and high school exceptionalism while in high school and as part of the high school diploma. To start with, we'll review the AP Scholar with distinction. This program is outstanding, a high-level program which requires students to take 5 AP exams. On those 5 AP exams, students must score no lower than a 3 and must average a 3.5 or higher across all 5 exams. It is important to note that the cost for taking all AP exams are not subsidized by the state, so there will be added cost for either the family or the school to meet this requirement. Another important note, the AP Scholar with distinction results are not released until July, which is after high school graduation. Finally, earning the AP Scholar with distinction is not enough by itself for a student to garner the GPS Plus diploma. Students must still complete a work-based learning capstone, a state pre-apprenticeship, or a Department of Labor apprenticeship. These options will take between 75 and 2,000 additional hours to complete. Assuming that the ICC, the Indiana College Core, is now the new upper standard for academic recognition, it is important to understand how the Indiana College Core works. Students who receive the Indiana College Core certificate complete a year of college, 30 credits, while they are in high school. One of our questions is this what we should be measuring with a high school diploma? A student who finishes with the Indiana College Core certificate is finishing with somewhere in the neighborhood of 13 to 25% of a college degree completed. That is a wonderful option for families. But should it be part of a requirement to graduate high school? And again, earning the Indiana College Core is not enough by itself for a student to garner the GPS Plus diploma. Students must still complete a work-based learning capstone, a state pre-apprenticeship, or a Department of Labor apprenticeship. These options will take between 75 and 2,000 hours to complete. The world has certainly changed, and the major cloud that hangs over a lot of our students is mental health. It is not alcohol, drugs, or tobacco as it was in previous generations. However, those are still significant concerns for students. We often preach balance, maximizing grade outputs, and providing meaningful, well-rounded experiences for our students. In many ways, we feel like this new diploma pathway treats our students like they are older than they are. It also places a lot of pressure on them. The GPS Plus is entirely outcome driven. You either get the test scores or you don't. You earn a year of college while you're in high school, or you don't. And you don't just need high school and to participate in your activities. Now you need a dedicated apprenticeship. We have some rigor concerns as well, and they go both directions. We have identified several concerns regarding the new diploma structure, including issues with perceived low academic expectations for the regular GPS diploma, the elimination of the academic honors diploma, and the increased difficulty of attaining the GPS Plus diploma due to its emphasis on work-based learning outside of school hours. We strongly recommend that the academic and the technical honors diploma be retained as options along with the addition of these 2 new diploma types for increased flexibility. Under the career and post-secondary readiness area, students are required to complete 3 of the 4 competencies to graduate. We recommend revising this requirement to 2 out of 4 to make it more attainable. Additionally, clarity is needed regarding the career aptitude test. Is the state going to provide a uniform career aptitude test for all students across the state, or does each school corporation need to identify their own test? The work ethic competency currently requires students to complete 4 of 6 competencies listed on the screen. We suggest revising this to 3 out of 6. We are also concerned with the message that it is no longer required for all students in high school to take a health course. With the growing list of risk behaviors and health concerns that confront our young people, the value of learning about those issues early feels imperative, not optional. With the way the new work ethic requirements are written, it appears that a student can satisfy those 2 credits without taking a PE or health course. We also have questions regarding marked improved attendance. Improved by how much, over what period, and compared to what? The new diploma plan could lead to significant changes in course offerings, especially in areas of social studies, foreign language, physical education, fine arts, performing arts, and elective courses. This will likely lead to staffing issues. And while our staffing decisions are always informed by the academic needs of our students, the rapid implementation timeline does make planning for staffing a challenge. We recommend delaying implementation by 1 additional year to allow adequate time for planning, preparation, and a thorough staffing analysis. Equity of opportunity is a critical concern. With the increased emphasis on outside of school activities and work-based learning, the new diploma requirements are likely to create an opportunity gap for students who cannot transport themselves to those outside of school opportunities. We propose a 1-year delay in implementation to address these logistical challenges and to ensure that all students have equal access to the best possible opportunities. We have logistical concerns as well. The proposed new changes and both new proposed diploma types are more complicated and harder to explain to parents and students, and will be more complicated for staff to monitor. It is likely that schools will have to hire additional staff to provide oversight and monitoring of student completion of the various required competencies and work-based learning activities. We also have some questions and concerns, including who will be required to complete the background checks on the individuals working with our students on these work-based learning sites, internships, etc. What is the liability for the school corporation if a student is injured on a work-based learning site as part of their required educational experience? Are there enough work-based learning sites and internship partners to accommodate student interests and needs? Given all of the concerns and the questions that we and many districts have, the timeline for implementation is absolutely critical. The proposed rules are set to be announced in late summer or early fall, with a planned implementation for the graduating class of students who just completed their 7th grade school year. We believe this timeline is too fast and will not provide sufficient time for proper planning and implementation. As a reminder, this proposal requires that students complete an individual graduation plan during middle school, which means before the end of this upcoming school year, all 8th grade students will need to have a plan created with these new requirements in mind. We recommend the delay of implementation by 1 additional year to start with the students who just completed 6th grade, the class of 2030. Once again, we applaud the Department of Education and the State Board for their continued efforts to ensure that the high school experience is meaningful for all students, and their recognition that a one-size-fits-all diploma pathway no longer makes sense. To that end, we believe that Indiana is better served by more diploma types, not less. Overall, reducing the number of diploma types decreases flexibility and may not meet the needs of all students. We recommend maintaining the Core 40 in Academic Honors Diploma and Technical Honors Diploma while adding the GPS and GPS Plus diplomas. More diploma options will provide a variety of pathways for rigor and excellence, catering to a diverse student body. We also recommend delaying the implementation of the GPS Diploma and GPS Diploma Plus for one additional year to address all logistical and staffing issues. While the proposed changes to high school diplomas have the potential to benefit our students, there are significant concerns that need to be addressed. By retaining the Core 40 and Academic Honors Diploma, revising competency requirements, and delaying implementation, we can ensure a more effective and equitable transition. The first public comment period is likely coming to a close in the very near future, though we have not been given an exact date. The next State Board of Education meeting is June 5th, which may be the end of the first public comment period. However, we still invite you to click the QR code and give your feedback, if you have not already done so, or even if you have. You can give comments more than once. I know I certainly have. Thank you, students, staff, families, for taking the time to engage in this important topic. We will continue to work to keep our families and staff informed as this process moves forward. I hope you have a wonderful summer. We look forward to seeing you all in the fall. Thank you. Take care.